Attack!
Yeah, welcome back, guys. Continuing our introductory series of videos for new TF2 players. I want to look at options and configuring your TF2 right now. This is going to be definitely, as I said, introductory level content. One of the great things about TF2 and PC gaming in general is the customization possibilities. So there is a ton of customization that you can do with TF2. You can run different hairs, different HUDs, install different crosshairs. You can have complete different key bindings. You can have some scripts. Most scripts are not borderline cheating, but there are a couple on there that in the past have been borderline cheating. But you can play just fine by just toggling the default options given to you and messing with just kind of the default setup. So let's go into options here. Here's the keybinds. There's quite a lot of keybinds. You know, if you download an auto exec, a different set of configs, these could get messed up. That's why some of these don't really seem like they have a bind on there. But let's go into advanced here. This is where a good one is. Fast weapon switch and enable developer console. Enable developer console is important if you want to. I'll pull it up real quick here. Well, I guess I gotta exit this, but if you want to type in a command, you need the developer console. And that can be very important when there's certain issues. Let's pull it up right here. So, you know, one that you can pull up is the HUD reload scheme. You know, there's no default bind to that. That's something that you have to type in the console. You can also see, you know, there's all this information up here. So sometimes if you miss what somebody had said or you miss who killed who, that's a good one that you can just kind of pull that up. The fast weapon switch as well is pretty crucial because otherwise you hit a button and then you kind of have to click to make it switch, and that can really get in the way. So right there, that's advanced and advanced keyboard, and those are two options that you really should turn on. Let's go over here. Mouse. Your sensitivity is important, but it's important. A lot of new players ask, like, what should my sensitivity be at? It should be at what you feel most comfortable at. Some players play with a higher sensitivity. Some players play with a really low sensitivity. For some classes like Scout or Sniper, a lower sensitivity might be a lot more helpful. But for classes like Soldier or Medic even, a higher sensitivity is more helpful. I also suggest clicking raw input. That kind of bypasses some of the Windows manipulations of your mouse movement and makes it more clear. I really like that. It really changed things for me as soon as I clicked that. Audio, you know, nothing crazy in there. Video, nothing crazy in there. Obviously, you want to tweak your settings to make sure that your game runs well, but nothing else besides that. Voice, you know, having a microphone is really important. You really should make sure that you have a working microphone for this game. Now, over in multiplayer, in advanced, here is where you get a ton of great options. One, automatically reload weapons when not firing. Yes. The only reason not to have this clicked is that some spy weapons, you like shoot, so this is me acting out, you shoot, and then he goes like this to reload his weapon, and then you can't see anything while your weapon's in your face, and then you try to shoot again, but you can't see anything because it's, yeah. So there's certain weapons that you don't want automatically reload, but it's pretty awesome. Also, play a hit sound every time you injure an enemy. Yeah, that one's pretty awesome as well, as is display damage done as text over your target. Basically, those two options, and then you shoot somebody, you get a noise that you hit them, and a number pops up over their head that says how much damage you did. In the past days of TF2, it was a little tricky sometimes to tell whether, did I hit him for 9, did I hit him for, you know, 40, did I hit him for 70? They make different noises, but it's really tough to just kind of consider that. And then we see that there's a lot of other, you know, cool choices here. Some weapons, or some choices related to what weapon you have selected when you respawn. Play a sound when the sniper rifle is fully charged. Some different spy and sniper options. These ones are interesting, like sniper resume after firing a zoom shot. I definitely turn that off because you don't always want to resume after you fire a shot, and if it automatically resumes, that slows you down. The Medigun, continue healing without holding down fire button. I've had some problems with that in the past. It's kind of a nifty option, but, you know, if your finger's getting tired, sure, turn it on. But kind of, I've had some issues with it, so I have it off. These ones are great. Display a marker of the player you are healing. That helps you Make sure you know who you're healing. Injured teammates automatically call out medic, and it puts a little crosshair over their heads and lets you know where they are. And then this slider bar kind of determines, you know, down here, if they have 20 health, and you're gonna see that they have 20 health. Here, if they have like 75% of their health, you're gonna see that they have 75% of the health. I have it down here at halfway, because then, you know, that's kind of the balance, that like they're not actively about to die. Or sorry, if they are actively about to die, then it's going to let me know. But if they're at like 75% of their health and they're not like almost dead, I'm not going to get the auto call. I'll still be able to look at them and figure it out, but I won't get pestered. So that's something that I've turned down, but maybe if you're a newer player and you want to make sure that you're getting alerted of who you should be healing, put it at like 75. Also, you know, you can overheal your players, so that's helpful. And then some of these other ones, enable minimal HUD, makes your head a little bit smaller, so I definitely turn that on, definitely like that. Colorblind mode, if you're colorblind, might want to turn that one on. Advanced Spectator HUD, I use that. It definitely kind of helps show all the stuff that's going on. You can see all the players' health. That's when you're in spectator mode. Show non-standard items for spectator players. That's a helpful one, but I don't know, I find it a little annoying, so I turn that off. Glow effect for payload objectives, that is a must-have. Then you can see the cart through walls, very important. Viewmodel field of view, and that's pretty important. I like that high up. That changes the way the weapon is on your player, but I like that at 70. That's kind of a personal preference. And then some other crazy options here. You can get freeze cam screenshots, so you can turn that off. Some of these are replay stuff. I'm not sure what some of these are. Yeah, disable weather effects if you have problems running smoothly at all. I mean, actually, honestly, everybody should probably just disable weather effects for performance issues. Some other ones here, suicide after choosing a player class, that can actually come back to bite you, but it also is helpful sometimes. I think that does that after, if you're in the spawn, you automatically respawn. This one, automatically respawn after loadout changes, can be very helpful, but it also can cause some problems if you're like an engineer. Draw view models, you can turn those off so you don't see your weapons, which is pretty cool, but I actually have it in my configuration, takes off the view models for certain weapons, and that's helpful so they don't get in your way, but you know, you need to see what you're using. So with the default crosshairs, you get different crosshair for each slot, so that lets you know what you're using still. Some other stuff here, I mean, we're getting into the dregs of the options, some pop-up alert options. These PREC options are an add-on that I have in here, so and then let's see, so finally the last thing in here, advanced options down here, and these are actually some of the ones that we already saw in that other screen. It's just kind of, they just, I don't know, made it a little bit closer to the menu, which is really good, because before, you know, you had to go options, you had to go to multiplayer, you had to go to advanced, and then you get this list. But people didn't realize that you could automatically reload your weapons and stuff. So advanced options, that's where a lot of this stuff is, and it gives you more of, yeah, as you can see, more of a description of what's going on. So that's it for setting up your TF2 right now, introduction. You know, there are some more advanced stuff, maybe we'll get into that down the line. But that is it for this little introductory video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace.